Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all having an amazing day. I am back with my usual one and done style video post after finding a bit of interest in the new zombies, which, let's be honest, will probably end with me making a couple of videos before disappearing off the face of the earth again. But for now, I am here, and that means a video must be made. Welcome to what is pretty much the easiest way to reach high rounds in the current Black Ops 7's beta, all thanks to two little things that can wipe entire rounds for you, the Arc XD and the Saw Trap. I will say this up front, the strategy will probably only work at release as long as neither of these get tuned after launch. They're that strong. Jumping straight into the strategy, rounds 1 through 35, you can play pretty much however you want. Your goal is to stockpile as many points and as much salvage as possible. Now, a big part of this strategy, while not the fastest, makes things far more consistent and manageable. As you progress, you'll come across a nifty little bin on the map called Chompy, little cute guy over here. Cute name for something that devours magically and scientifically enhanced weaponry. But I digress. Chompy is your best friend for becoming salvage rich early on. So at the end of each round, make sure you open Chompy by meleeing it, but don't use the melee macchiato punch, because if you do, the bin will just open quickly and shut for some reason. Now go ahead and toss in some equipment you're not using, or any weapon you don't plan to keep, and in return, Chompy spits out salvage, and quite a bit of it. And higher rarity weapons do yield more salvage from Chompy, so make sure to feed him well. Now, as for my usual routine as I'm pushing through rounds, I typically keep one main weapon for points, and I hit the mystery box to get weapons to feed Chompy. You can do this up to 3 times per round to accomplish 2 birds with 1 stone, because you're also hunting for the ray gun Mark II, which is key to the strategy. There is a way to hold 2 ray guns right now, but it is clearly unintended. It only works if your secondary slot is empty, which makes for some hilarious results like this. Whoa, 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 ooh. Alright, so now you're around round 35, or maybe a bit earlier. Go ahead and grab an Arc XD from the crafting bench if you don't have one, and then head to this hay bale / wagon setup right outside the barn. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to launch the Arc XD to the side of the hay bale inside the barn, and then carefully jump onto it with a slow forward movement. If done correctly, you'll land on the little ledge right here, and nothing can touch the Arc XD. Nothing. Letting it clear entire rounds by itself, even close to round 100. Another strategy that you can use to set up this Arc XD is by also jumping up here on this about a quarter from the left side of the hay bale and looking a little past this window frame edge right here by the pack punch and throwing the Arc XD out. It should spawn exactly on the ledge and is actually a little bit more viable if you can practice it for running the rounds with Rampage Inducer on, as you won't have time to set up like the slow way, and it would just be overall easier after you do practice it if you are intending to do any type of speed challenges for going to high round. Now, I'll admit the setup can be a little finicky at first, so luckily there is a backup method I found from a live stream by the GOAT of high rounds, the MC Zombie Slayer. Link in the description. For this version, drive into the ammo cache in the corner next to the hay bale. You can literally drive straight through it, and once inside, prop it up a little bit vertically. This keeps zombies from getting close enough to trigger the explosion early. It's less efficient, I will say, than the hay bale spot, but it's much easier to pull off consistently. The kill counts are completely different. I would say I probably get around 30% more zombie kills in the hay bale spot compared to the ammo cache spot, but whatever is more consistent for you getting into the high round. Now, this may get patched after launch, but as of the beta, it's a perfectly viable spot. And by the way, the reason we stand on top of the hay bale on the outside instead of staying inside the barn is simple. Exiting the Arc XD at higher rounds inside the barn can cause some very bad things to happen at high rounds. You can just watch this clip of me fumbling because the wall jump assist kind of betrayed me. No, I'm turning this shit off. It's got me killed twice now. Oh my god. 4 rounds past 100 or more in the current beta, you will need to incorporate both, as it will be hard to kind of jump on the hay bale when there's a crap ton of zombies still spawning in. Now that you get the gist of the strategy though, let me go ahead and show you the rotation you'll want to do to maintain the high salvage throughout your run. And please know that I was low on salvage as I was just racing to round 100 for clear examples. So the round just flipped and we are about to begin a new round. Just before the zombies spawn in though, I go ahead and use my Arc XD. That way it gives me enough time to drive to the side of the hay bale and jump up. Now we just wait on the timer to run out. I'm going to go ahead and just speed up this footage here because I didn't realize the Arc XD lasts like an entire minute. Thing is way too OP when used correctly, honestly. All right. So now that we're nearing the end of the Arc XD, we come out of it and immediately trigger the trap if there are zombies left over. With this rotation, it allows the trap to be active pretty much every time you get out of Arc XD. However, in this weird transition period during higher rounds, going from like 80 to 100, sometimes you can kill zombies a little too quickly with the setup and the trap can overlap into the next round. So to avoid doing that, try to keep at least one zombie alive until the trap ends if you do use it. You should try to be doing this anyway by trailing off the last couple of zombies near the end of the round so you can stock up on salvage to continue, the strategy loop. So now that the trap is over, I'm pulling up a clip of what I do at the end of the round. Again, I was rushing to get clips for clear examples. I just do the 3 box hits to feed Chompy for more salvage every time. And with that, Chompy typically gives 1,000 salvage a piece for each legendary weapon that you do give him as you progress through higher rounds. And now that you have the best rewards from the goodest of Chompy, it's just rinse and repeat. I mean, it's just that simple. It's kind of crazy how easy this makes it. And then the main reason we use the Ray Gun Mark II as well for going to the high rounds is that it absolutely just melts the Doppelgast and Xursas that come in, as long as you can actually hit headshots. I personally like to run Dark Flare as well, since it recharges quickly thanks to the Arc XD kills. It's great for lining up Xursas or Doppelgast and chunking their health, and then you can just finish them off with a few combat axes, thanks to field upgrade damage scaling based off rounds. You can also totally choose to fight them with the ray gun and avoid zombies while throwing combat axes if you would prefer, to use something like Frenzy Guard for survivability, or Energy Mine to clear another group of zombies. I just personally hate dealing with the bears, they suck, so Dark Flare on top. The rest comes down to practice, and trust me, it took a lot to find what I'd call the, in quotations, idiot's guide to getting past round 100. If the ammo box collision isn't fixed at launch, this method can comfortably push you well beyond round 100. If it is fixed though, you should still be able to hit round 85 plus with ease using this setup, allowing you to lock in for the final 15 rounds. As the full release does bring augments, upgrades, and the rest of the score streaks, I'm sure this will only get easier. So good luck on your runs, don't get too frustrated. There's a bit of a learning curve, but once you get it down, you'll cruise through the rounds. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hopefully with the new release, I'll be a bit more proactive in making content. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate all the support. I really do. I'm just bad at making consistent videos, I swear. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.